Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Zachary Free. Yes, I am that American Zachary Free. That's not my first joke. I just tell that to everybody, don't worry. I want to start by telling you guys a story. I never wrote this down, but it's just such a funny story, and I have to tell you guys this story. Because it would never happen to me ever again in my entire life. Me and my good friend, Ray here, we both intern at the Improv. And every week, where Drew Mercury's performing, and every week we get a fat stack of tickets, and we have to pass them out to businesses. And we hit them in strips. And we just go business, 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 business. And every once in a while we hit banks. Banks love us. I will tell you why. Banks love us because we give them stuff instead of them giving, whatever. And so we give them stuff. And so we're just walking into Chase Bank, whatever. We walk in. There's nobody at the counter. We're just waiting shortly, just waiting patiently until somebody answers us. And all of a sudden, the alarm in the bank goes off. The alarm in the bank goes off. You want to know why? The bank's closed. We accidentally walk into the bank where it was closed. And some guy left the doors open and the light on, which is dumb in itself. And so we're just sitting there like, did we just break into a bank? Of course we did. And then Raymond's like, you want free lollipops? I'm like, no, Raymond, don't get that. Don't get it. Because then we'd actually be stealing something from the bank. And so we can't possibly leave the bank because that would be really suspicious. We walk up, woo! Shit, I'm out of here. And so we're just staying there. We sit in a nice little comfortable seat that they provide for us at the bank. And then we're like, okay, we should probably call somebody. So I look at an employee's desk. Sorry, I stutter sometimes. I look at an employee's desk. I pull out a business card. Sandy Frankovich. She'll know what to do. We call, and it's like, hello, you have reached Chase Bank. We are currently closed today. We're like, shit. Okay, so what do? We have no idea what to do. I sound like Jerry Seinfeld. We have no idea what to do. And so we call 411 to try and get to a non-emergency hotline. We get connected to the sheriff's office, and the girl's like, all right, could you please tell me your name? Raymond. Could you tell me what shirt you're wearing? Gray with Mario on it. All right, guys, can you guys sit in? That's not funny at all. All right, let's not cut it. She's like, can you guys sit in the curb and wait for the cops to show up and then tell them your story? So we do. We sit on the curb. We're just drinking, having a good time. We're buddies. We're just hanging out. We're just saying how funny this is that we actually just broke into a bank. The cops pull up, and they're complete dicks. Let me tell you that much. They're dicks. They walk up. What's the story here? And we try and tell it in a hysterical fashion, but they're just like, you guys broke into a bank. What kind of common sense do you have to break into a bank on Sunday? The doors are wide open, excuse me. And so the thing is, they're like, obviously you guys stayed, so you didn't do anything wrong, my assumption, but there are cameras there. And so if you did something wrong, the cameras got you. And they're like, have a good day. They just let us go, off for free. And so let me tell you, in the cameras, whenever we were there, we were kind of just laughing at the cameras like we broke into the bank. But so we walk away scot-free and carry on with our intern job. And I'm like, hey Raymond, Bank of America, you want to hit that? Let's try it. Story happens all over again. So my best friend, not Raymond, my best friend just got married recently. Woo!
Yeah.
To a 12-year-old, you probably should have waited to clap. You guys just clap for pedophilia. And it just makes you wonder, during the reception, how prepared are priests for whenever somebody opposes or decides to speak rather than forever hold their peace. They're like, no, forever hold your peace. And some guy's like, I oppose this wedding. And they're just like, show's over, guys. Time to go home. I wonder how many of you guys just realized that I followed a pedophile joke with a priest joke? Anybody? And speaking of pedophiles and priests, let's talk about my Catholic girlfriend. It's difficult because I'm trying to advance ourselves in my relationship. And I'm trying to be frisky, engage in foreplay. And then the pastor kicks us out of our church, which sucks. I don't know why I waited for laughter. That wasn't very big. But I try to explain to him, hey man, she was just genuflecting in front of me. No, not many Catholics here. Oh, okay, that's all right. I don't care. But confession-wise, you should be like, I have a confession or 6 to tell you, Father, depending on how much you already know. And I will confess to you guys, the hardest crime, the most difficult crime, I hate this mic stand, The most difficult crime to commit is to steal from Costco. Why? Bulk. 48 honey buns, I need those now. 20 bucks. 20 bucks, okay. Just getting all around. Police, hello, security officer, how's it going? What's in my pocket? That's a curious question. I'll answer it for you. I have a package full of sweet treats that'll fill you up, and I also have honey buns. But all right. That's what you have to do. You have to make them feel uncomfortable because they are police. They are born and ready to be manly and police-like. I don't know, whatever adjective you describe a policeman. And you have to engage in homosexuality slightly in order to confuse them. And let me give you an example, a perfect example. I get pulled over for swerving one day. Cop pulls me up and goes, "Excuse me, son, do you realize that you've been swerving tonight?" No, I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry. Where are you coming from and where are you going? I'm coming from LA and I'm going to my home in Anaheim. I came from a party. Well, what kind of party, son? Not your typical kind of party. Could you please explain what kind of party? Says George Bush. Anyway. Yeah, of course. What kind of party? And I say, well, let's just say that there are a lot of kids, guys, my age, and a lot less clothing. And I'm really tired. And he just backs off and he's like, have a nice night. Have a nice night. And that's what you have to do. You have to make them feel uncomfortable. But I'm not a homosexual in the slightest. I love women. I love women so much. But you know what I don't love? You know what I don't love? Womanizers. You want to know why? They'll sit down, they'll say, I like my women like I like my eggs. Over and easy. And that's not my joke, really. And I respond to them. I like my jokes like I like my women too. I'm 17, get over it. I like my women like I like my jokes too. Scrambled. You see, I'm a necrophiliac. I like to do them, then eat them. Just like eggs, just like eggs. I'm sorry, that joke was in bad taste. Perfect, yes, puns. It's useless. It's useless, puns. Let me tell you, what else is useless? I'll just bring it out right here now. Men's nipples. Why do men have nipples? Women have nipples for two reasons. One, for milking, and two, for entertainment. Men have nipples for one reason. False hope. False, hairy hope. Yes, laugh at that, please. Is that somebody's cell phone? Really? Really? Alright, let me end with one final thought. I don't care, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm only recording myself. That's nothing. Okay. So I want to end on a philosophical note, kind of get you guys thinking on the whole tying in with Christianity and Catholicism. They have one good saying out of that book of theirs. One good saying that I like. It's do unto others as you would like done unto you. Grandiose statement, very respectful. And what I want to do is I want to think in this philosophical sense. Just walk around, do unto others what others would do unto you. Approach this nice, cute-looking girl, tap her on the shoulder. Excuse me, ma'am, would you like a blowjob? Because eventually, it will come back onto me, hopefully in threefold. All right. That's what I'm going to end you guys with. Thank you very much. My name is Zachary. If you like me tonight, like me on Facebook, or friend me on Facebook, I don't care. Here's Drew Mercury.